Hey, what's up everybody? This is Like It's 1985, and today we are going to take a look at the Transformers Robots in Disguise Classics Voyager Jetfire. And this is an amazing Transformer, really cool. And just to start off with, let's talk about the details here. It does have working landing gear, and the wheels themselves do roll. I wouldn't say the jet mode rolls freely on the surface, but it does roll just a bit if you push it forward. So it does have landing gear. And what's really cool is the sculpting detail. If you take a look at all the panel lines and the different sculpting details in the plastic, it looks really cool. Like if you were to custom paint this, you could actually probably dry wash this and really bring out these panel lines. So it's really nice to see that level of detail in this particular figure. By the way, this figure was released back in 2006, so it's a relatively older figure. And it's a decent sized Voyager class figure. Keep in mind this is before the downsizing of the figures that we've gotten since 2006. So looking at the different angles of the jet mode, really cool. You can see nice colors, evocative of course of the Generation 1 color scheme with the white, red, and black color scheme. Here's a look at the back. And a look at the undercarriage here. Nothing too bad as far as robot parts showing. I mean, you can see there's hands here in which you place these guns, but it's not terribly bad. So it does come with a lot of weapons here in jet mode. These guns here that get placed into the robot hands. And then you have these firing missiles. Which are really nice. And they do have the missiles themselves have the missile launchers themselves have a strong spring, so there's no problem there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the super mode. So first thing, all you gotta do is basically take the fins back here, lay them flat against the wings. Oh, by the way, the wings can articulate, like the big wings here can go out to this degree if you really wanted to. So there is that option there. And then you have these fins back here which articulate as well. But for the super mode, what you're going to do is you're going to place this thing, this backpack, this jetpack, onto the back. There's two slots there, and you just peg it into those slots. There we go. Can be a little tricky to just get everything lined up and use enough force to get the slots, the tabs in the slots there. So with that said, you can see, well, let me go ahead and put the landing gear up just so we can get a more streamlined look at Jetfire here in his super jet mode. So really cool profile with the boosters on there. You can see the thrusters themselves are on like a ball joint. And then you have the added bonus. If you pull back this red section here, pull this back, and that releases the guns, so that's pretty cool. So then you have the jet looking like this. So super jet attack mode. It's pretty cool. Just look at the back. So really nice. As a size comparison, let me go ahead and remove the boosters here, because we got to do that anyways to transform it into its robot mode. So let me take this out again. There we go. So looking at the jet mode compared to a Classics Deluxe jet, here of course is the Classics Seeker mold. This happens to be Thundercracker, but you can get an idea there of the size of Jetfire. So there you go. Alright, transformation into jet mode. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back section right here, lift this up, and you can see this is all on a hinge right there. Get that nice and loose there, and then take the back of the canopy here, it tabs into place. And what's really clever is the actual super robot mode head stores inside the cockpit, and you get these guns. Like, let me go in back And I forgot to mention these guns, you know, swivel around. But these guns here at the front are actually part of the super mode robot head. So what you want to do is you want to take the super mode robot head, go ahead and take this, set that to the side. That will be, we'll take a look at that in a minute here. So next thing I'm going to do, you've got this loose here. Go ahead and rotate the wings forward like that. Take the legs, well actually you want to take the arms here, unpeg them from the side. They actually peg into what become the legs with robot mode. Take the legs here, pull them down, separate, transform the feet, and go ahead and remove the guns, because these actually don't technically get used according to instructions until we take a look at the super robot mode. So we can take these off, and I believe technically we can take these off too as well. They're not part of the super robot mode. So we'll set all those parts to the side there. So let's see. Let's go ahead and bring out the shoulders. As you can see, the shoulders are way too low, but there's this black piece here. This gets rotated up like that. And then, of course, do the same thing over here. And then, as for the cockpit section here, you want to bring this down. You want to separate the nose of the jet. And this is a really cool part of the transformation that I actually like. So you separate the nose cone, and these parts get folded up. This section comes down like that. And then the nose cone parts form the chest on the side there. We'll actually probably want to go ahead and bring up that like that. This piece gets like that. And then these come into the side to form the side of the torso, which is really cool. That's a nice transformation there. The fact that these parts here are the nose cone in the jet mode. Go ahead and take the head here, rotate it around. And then you want to make sure that the backpack, if it's not already, that it actually tabs into that hole there, so that's not flopping around. As for these small wings, you can leave it like this. You can leave them back like that, depending on what you want to do. I'm going to leave them like this just for the sake of what I like to do. And let me go ahead and adjust the arms here. These actually, you want to have these this black piece of plastic facing to the outside of the forearm. And then, of course, rotate the fists around accordingly to make it look appropriate. Oops. So, there he is in all his regular robot mode, sorry. So, just a quick rotation here. We can look at it from front to side to back. And articulation. The head itself is on a ball joint. You can see the ball joint coming in at the back of the neck there. So it can, you know, look up, look around, rotate. Shoulders here do go 360, except for the fact you have the wings here. Arms out to the side, bend at the elbow as well as a swivel. Rotation at the wrist. There is no waist articulation due to how the figure is designed. Hips go out to the side, rotation and the bend at the knee, and that is your articulation for Jetfire. So, as I mentioned before a few times, there is a super mode, as Hasbro calls it, I believe. Super mode, I believe it is. So what we want to do is we want to take these two guns, which were the under the wing guns for jet mode, and then peg them together to form one mighty weapon. I mean, peg it into here. Then take these missile launchers here, and you want to plug them in so that the red part is facing forward, like that. And then if you want to, you could place the missiles in here, of course. Then you want to place the super mode head here We'll take a look at the normal head sculpt here, and then you place the super mode head sculpt on there, like that. Alright, and then one more thing, you want to take the backpack here, and using the same tab system, you want to place this into the back. That. And my legs here keep collapsing. Alright, so you could leave them like this with the backpack weapons facing forward, or facing up. It certainly makes them look tall, as you can see there. So certainly you can do that. But that I believe kind of tends to make them a little back heavy, so what you can do is bring these forward like that. So now you have over the shoulder weapons. Oops. Yeah, just the camera here. So there you have the over the shoulder weapons there. Looking pretty cool. Before I forget, let me go ahead and bring in Age of Extinction Voyager class Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, just as a height comparison there. So you can see, let me get the gun out of the way there. So you can see them together there. Alright. So of course the articulation remains the same, although it's a little bit more hindered, I would say. Just with all this armament put into the forearms and so forth, but it's pretty much the same articulation as the normal robot mode. Little 360 action here. Looks pretty awesome with that booster pack on him, with the rifles or the guns pointing over his shoulders. Looks pretty cool. So definitely a nice figure. As I mentioned before, the figure was released back in 2006. Under the Robots in Disguise, I think it's also known as the Classics. This figure is known as unofficially as the Classics Jetfire, but it's under the Robots in Disguise line of Transformers back in 2006. So your best bet is going to be eBay as far as finding this. You may get lucky and find it at a local hobby shop, but most likely it's going to be eBay. So there you go. I do not recall how much I paid for this on eBay. I definitely did get it on eBay because I did not pick it up when it originally came out in 2006. In fact, I did not start collecting toys until 2008. So anyhow, there it is. Transformers, Robots in Disguise, Classics, Voyager, Jetfire. Thanks for watching.